What's up, everybody? Right now what we're doing is I've got the suit on, you can see it, and there's certain parts that aren't strapped in to bring them as tight as possible, so using a little bit of weight and gravity to hold it together. But I've got the Green Man suit on underneath, you can see the bits of green. The reason being is we just took some pictures, which I'll put up. So I can look at the pictures and see where the green is showing. Now the kneecaps are done, but the certain part is drying, so that's done. There's not a whole lot of green, so now I know the parts of my clothing that I need to have like as a gray or silver look color, you know. So we just got the hands and the feet left to do. It's looking really good. I can't hardly move around in it. Now, here's one thing about this. I do have some straps I need to tuck away and all that. This leg here feels super tight, and this one feels really good. So I've got to figure out why this one is so tight and this one isn't. So I'm going to go do some heat forming for this tonight to make sure that this one feels really good. Because when it comes to moving and stuff, I mean, this one feels good. I can't even feel it at all. But this one, man, that hurts. Like I have to sit here and waddle like the penguin because my upper leg hurts. Well, it hurts right where my knee connects to the bottom part of my leg. Like that little ball joint is just rubbing right on it. It's terrible. But it's hard to put on. A little bit of a struggle. Broke a little bit of a piece off. But it's all part of the process, so we can see what's necessary, what's necessary. Maybe that point isn't necessary. Can you really tell? Maybe the point is not. Can't even tell that it's gone. I might break both of them off, to be honest with you. Just even it up. But I can't see down, so I can't see my legs. Chest pieces away. You want to come turn on the lights? I think you just reach in the side here. Right, go to the front of that box. No, just set the phone down.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Are you sure? Okay, so here's it with the lights on so far. And I'll just flip it around. Yeah. Looks pretty good. Still gotta do the butt lights, the leg lights, and the arm lights, but I think it looks pretty good, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to put the helmet on with the lights on the helmet. I'll show you guys a picture of the picture should have the helmet on it. So I'm going to get out of this thing. It's super uncomfortable. Like I said, I bought some foam. I wanted to put it on so I could see where to put the foam, how to put it on. It's actually really comfortable without this leg on. Like once this leg is on, it sucks. The rest of it's comfortable, but right, it's just killing me. So it's making me like move certain ways to where it makes it hurt in other spots. It's
probably hurting because of the point.
Oh, I gotta see one more thing before I get off. Make sure that I can do one certain move. So you can see these pieces here. And I've got some filler primer. They've already been done once. You can tell they've been done once because it's just filler. You can see the filament through it pretty good. I didn't spray these as thick as before. I can typically do this in one. You can do this with one layer. You just have to spray it on pretty thick. Small pieces, you don't have to worry about Bondo. Don't waste your time putting a ton of Bondo and stuff on it, because filler primer, you can get it done, and I'm going to prove it to you. Big pieces that are fairly large, like chest-sized pieces and things like that, they have so many lines. It's very easy for the filler not to get into all the lines and to have certain lines and stuff here or there. You can already see just how smooth that piece is with one. Just focus on that point right there, because I know you can see the lines through the paint, but those are all filled in lines for the most part, so you can see by that shine just how smooth that already is. There just so happens to be a few lines that I'm not satisfied with. It's not going to take much. On bigger pieces I will use Bondo. It's just faster to cover the whole thing in Bondo, sand it down, and then use some filler primer. You know, a little bit cheaper too, because filler primer is not the cheapest paint in the world. But, you know, usually one thick layer. I'll show you right after this a couple pieces that I did with one layer of filler primer. But all I'm going to do now So I'm just going to put a heavy coat. Just a heavy coat. And I got this secret trick that I do. This is the reason why I'm showing you guys this. I could just tell you, you know, if it was just a filler primer, I'd be like, you know what, just keep putting filler primer on it until it's done. I mean, that's a lot easier to say. And I bet you can do that. You know, that's how simple it actually is. But I actually have a test that I do. And, well, if you back up the video, here in a second, you can see all those little white dots that are visible on the pieces. That actually is another type of paint. So see, that's the second layer. That's gonna dry just like that, super smooth. Once I sand it down, it's gonna be completely smooth. Okay, this is what I was talking about. I get this stuff here, and you can see all the little spots and everything, because I just kind of, it's a visual help, and I'll show you in a bit what I'm talking about. So you just barely squeeze down on the head. Get it to, there we go. That's what I want. All that white. So I do that, and the reason being is so I don't miss a certain area. Because if this is fully gray and you're sanding over here, and then you just barely touch over here, you don't know if you barely touched over here. You don't know if you're getting an even sanding across the whole thing. So sometimes you can get all this up here smooth, but you missed a few lines down here, or missed a few lines over there, you know what I mean? And then when you get into the post-production where you're putting the final coat on it, suddenly you're like, oh crap, there's a few lines there that I missed. Crap, there's a few lines there that I missed. This stops that, because you have to sand off all the white spots. And so you get a complete even sanding, completely even. Every spot is sanded just as much as another spot, you know. I don't know, it's a good visual. Good habit to get into if you want to know that you're sanding everything, you know, perfectly. Getting every area perfectly smooth and evenly smooth. Just, it doesn't even matter, you don't have to use that same color. In fact, any spray paint should work as long as it's a different color. And you just sprinkle it on like that, and then once every bit of it's gone, then you have a complete even sanding. So I got some of this braided elastic band stuff. It's real stretchy, and I used that water weld stuff that I've been using to attach a lot of my stuff. It gets hard as a rock. These are the knees, so I got to do some wet sanding on here because I accidentally got some spots of that water stuff on. That stuff sucks. Scratch it up a little bit. But I'll be doing like a final coat of red. So what I usually do with the final coat is I just wet sand it, and I'll either put a final coat on or else I'll just put a clear coat on top of that, depending on how nice it is, because this has already got 2 coats of red. I don't know if it'll need any more, to be honest with you. It'll dull it out whenever you wet sand it, but as soon as you add that clear coat on it, it'll make it look beautiful. I do need to do the edges, because this will be on the outside. You'll be able to see the edges, so I might just turn it around like this. Just bunch all that up. Just spray this side. I think I might do that, because it doesn't matter if these straps get some red on it or not. I might just do that. And then these, you can see they were taped up, and you can see where the tape was here. All that needs, if you have that effect happen, just take you some soap and water, some 600 grit sandpaper or higher. You can even go way higher. Soap and water in that sandpaper, and just go real light with it, and it'll dull it out, like I said. But then just put like my favorite clear coat of all time, because it goes on everything and it doesn't cause cracking and stuff like a lot of other clear coats. Is this right here. I use this for everything. I think it's the best clear coat ever. It's an acrylic lacquer. So this is what I've been using, and it's really, it's a really good protective surface. So I think I'm going to go wet sand these. Soap and water, 600 grit. Oh, and I need to do the elastic on this hand here. The 3D printer's down at the moment, so I've still got the fingers to do. I've still got the other one of these to do. If you've noticed, I didn't really pay attention to inside here when it comes to the lines, or inside there. Really big line going through there, but this is all going to be cut out, and LEDs are going to be put in here, and then there's going to be a clear thing over here. Basically, by the time the lights get in here, and this is going to be on all the time, nobody's even going to notice that. So I'm really not too worried about that. I got just around here as smooth as possible. And then I'm not going to worry about the rest of that. I didn't even focus on it when I did the filler primer or anything. So I think I may take this whole entire piece out. Or if I'm just going to drill holes in it and pull the LEDs up through, I'm not exactly sure. Oh, I need to order some more LEDs too, so we should probably do that. But anyways, this is the end of the video. I just wanted to show you really me in the whole suit from the very beginning. Kind of show you where I'm at. All I have left is getting the hands done printed. So the palm, the other palm, I've got to print, and then all the fingers I've got to print, and then that'll be done with the hands. That's basically everything done with the upper torso, everything, except for the lights and the upper arms. And then I'm going to be printing the shoes. And what I'm going to be doing with the shoes is they have an entire shoe that you can print. But I took it in the mesh mixer and split it up, and it breaks up into like 20 smaller pieces. And I had them split up to where some pieces were going to be TPU, some pieces were going to be PLA. The harder pieces, the more pronounced pieces will be PLA, and then the parts that need to move would be TPU. But I think what I'm going to do is go get like a $10 pair of FUBUs from Walmart, and I'm just going to put the hard PLA pieces over the top of those shoes, and I think that's going to work a whole lot better. My only problem is the bottom part has a light thing on it like this, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. The reason I want to do the FUBUs is because, and Walmart shoes, is because most Walmart shoes have that real cheap, I'm wearing these are my hobby shoes that I wear when I'm doing my stuff, because I can get paint on them and all that stuff. I ain't got to worry about it. But you see this white here? It's this real easy to cut into foam and stuff. Not like the rubber here, but this right here. Most Walmart shoes, this is like the entire bottom is made out of this stuff. So you can take a Dremel of that real easy. And so the FUBU, the $11 pair of FUBUs that I found up there, the whole bottom part is made out of this, so I can shape it however I want to get a piece of PLA to go on there pretty good. So I gotta figure that out, and I'll make a video showing you guys But I'm almost done. And then, I don't know, leave me a comment if you guys made it to this part of the video. Leave me a comment telling me if you want to watch. I only want to do the 3D printing stuff because you guys are interested in 3D prints. If you guys want to see me make the undersuit's going to be like, at the very beginning you can see that I'm wearing a green morph suit. It's going to be like a morph suit, but it's going to be handmade. It's not going to cover the feet or the hands. I've got gloves already that are going to go underneath the hand parts, and it's not going to go over the head like a morph suit does. I'm going to actually make a head thing. I can't remember what they're called right now off the top of my head. But oh, what are they called? I can't even think of the word now. But anyways, so the suit's just going to be like a long sleeve onesie with no feet part, no glove parts, and no head part. And then I'll be making a head part that's red, and gloves that are red, and the suit's probably going to be silver or gray, because all the open areas that are visible that you can see, and I'll put a picture right here that you can see the green underneath. Go compare that to an Iron Man suit. Most of those spots are silver, I think, or gray, silver or grayish. I think I might do a dark gray. So rather just do the onesie in one color, you know, instead of doing multiple colors, like doing the knee parts gray and the waist part red, you know, instead of doing something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm gonna actually sew that and everything myself. And if you guys want to see it, leave me a comment. Let me know that you want to see it, and I'll try to include it. But I think right now what I'm gonna do is wet sand all these pieces, and then once they dry, I'm gonna spray these red on this side. And I'm going to put a clear coat on these ones. So, anyways, hopefully you guys have a good day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a like. Go over to my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, because all these pictures and stuff have already been uploaded to Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen all these. You've already been updated. So make sure that you go over there. Be sure and go check out Patreon. I want to start making special videos just for my Patreon supporters. So if you go over to Patreon, donate like $1 or something like that, and then leave me comments telling me what you guys want to know. Like I did the tips and trick thing in this to show you guys how I sand primer to make sure that it's all evenly sanded. Things like that. You know, small little 3-minute video clips or something like that, giving you guys tips on how I make things look good. Well, I think they look pretty good. I don't know if you do. If you think they look pretty good, leave me a comment.